Hello, SolarLune here, and here is a devlog video for a game that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks, possibly a couple of months, maybe last month or so, since last month or so, and that is Eversearch. Yeah, that's not really a great name. I'm not a huge fan of it, but basically that's just something to call the project currently. What it is an action roguelike written in GoLang with Raylib. So that's what we have so far, and or that's what we're using. That's what I'm using, and yeah, it's shaping up pretty well. It's an action roguelike, kind of, I guess, in the vein of Crypto of the Necrodancer, I guess you could say, a little bit, but not quite. It's not rhythm based. It's just going to be an action roguelike there. So this is the way the game kind of plays out. The dungeon is randomly generated, which should be kind of familiar to you if you looked at my previous video where I talked about pathfinding and I talked about random generation. That's kind of what this is all about. And so what this is basically the world is randomly generated, the dungeon, and your goal is to go through and basically get items and defeat enemies and gain experience points up here and level up, and that's the game. But this is a little bit of an action roguelike because it's not turn-based. So while I'm sitting here, other enemies are moving around. They're getting close to me. They're attacking. They can do things apart from just when I'm doing things. So that makes it a little bit of a hectic kind of gameplay style because you can't just sit around and kind of plan. You have to basically take things really quickly as they come. You can't really oh shoot, I'm dead. You can't really, and that's a little bit of a bug there with that spider appearing. But yeah, you can't really like plan as much as you would like. In practice, once I get a little further into it, the enemies probably won't just be hounding you like this. They're probably going to be something you have to kind of set off or approach. So it's not going to be this easy where you just, or this hard where you just like are constantly beset by monsters while you're running around. Maybe for a specific like modifier or something like that, all monsters will know where you are and chase you. But for the most part, the game will like, you can, kind of figure out where to go and how you want to approach things without actually like getting into a dangerous position, like outright. So I have a few different items and weapons equipped, or designed rather. One of them is this dagger that the rogue has in his left hand or right hand, depending on which way he's facing, and a glove. So the weapons are going to be basically different. They're going to have different abilities, not different abilities, different stats. And also, yeah, different abilities basically depending on the class. Like ranged weapons will be able to be aimed. They'll be able to fire projectiles, whereas unarmed weapons will allow you to grab things. So for example, you'll be able to pick up fired projectiles out of the air, things like that. So this is going to be very basically a skill-based roguelike. So rather than like roguelike where it's like, oh yeah, in order to dodge this attack, you have to have an agility of, at least 24. It's going to be like, well, in order to dodge this attack, you just have to get out of the way. So that's on you. You got to get out of the way if you don't want to get hit. And so that's what I'm doing here. Is basically with the rogue, he has a higher movement speed than the other classes, so he can move quickly and get out of the way of things. There are a couple of different classes there. We have the rogue, we have the warrior, which by default starts with a shield and a sword. He moves a lot slower, but the shield, I still have to design it, but the shield should allow you to allow him to basically block to like negate all damage. Currently, it negates like a certain number of points of damage, which is okay, but that's not really useful when you could just walk away. So the warrior, I feel like, should be able to like just block, and if you time it right, like I'm thinking either completely negate the damage or completely negate the damage and counterattack, like automatically repost or counter, like turn it around to the enemy. That's not in there yet, but that would be a cool ability for the warrior that would make his playstyle a little bit different compared to the other characters. And also, having a shield allows you to block projectiles, block ray-based projectiles like lasers, things like that. So there's more to it. I hope to make it so that there's more to it than just like the warrior being a crippled version of the rogue, because he can't move as fast. Then we have the grappler. Is that right? Grappler? No, monk. My mistake. Monk. The monk or grappler. I just use monk as grappler would probably be closer to the actual name of it. He has gauntlets, which are basically unarmed weapons, but they do a little more damage than than just a standard unarmed glove. And so you can, you know, kind of deal some damage real quick, really easily, really, you know, simply. And so I'm thinking for his passive ability, at least, it will be a attack. Basically, as he attacks, he gets a little faster. So basically, as you attack, you gain attack speed, and you don't want to get hit. So basically, it's like attack, you know, move away, attack. And so as you do that, you get faster and faster until you're just like, you know, doing 100 strikes in a second. And I kind of wanted a system. I died. I kind of wanted a system where you can, like, how fast you attack is kind of up to you. So like, you know, it's not just button mashing, or maybe a system where like you have to alternate attacks, like you have to do left, right, something like that, or some kind of combo like left, right. Actually, that might be interesting if the grappler had basically a list of combos that he could do that did different things. So maybe like left, right would do like a like flame hit, or maybe right, left would do something else. So like you could kind of have a couple of different moves to basically like inflict different effects on the enemy. I'm moving in too fast. I keep moving back into the enemy. But basically, that's the core gameplay of the game. Is one of, yeah. I just ran out of room. But yeah, one of basically it's yeah, just a twitchy roguelike. That's basically what it is. A very actiony, twitchy roguelike. I've been working on it for a little while. It's looking pretty good, I think. Not bad at all. Yeah, I died. I have a targeting system built in, which you can see there, that red mark under that spider there. That would basically means that that's the enemy I'm facing, that I'm trying to hit, basically, which would be useful if you're trying to like shoot a bow or shoot a weapon like a gun or something like that, ray gun, some kind of weapon like that. Otherwise, if the system's off, then it'll just basically target whichever enemy's closest to you. So yeah, that's the general idea, and that's about it. The targeting system could be improved a little bit. I probably would replace it with a system where it just allows you to aim in 8 directions. That way it's just a little more easy to do, rather than having this person-based targeting system where it's like you have to kind of decide if you want it on and which person, like cycle through the targets. That's just a little too much, I think. Yeah. But overall, it's shaping up. Targeting system is a little jank, but overall the game itself is pretty fun, pretty interesting, and I definitely am a fan of it so far. The items and the characters are both stored in the format of JSON, just JSON files, JSON data. So like if we wanted the monk to move faster, we could just change this data here. Oh, no, that's the wrong, I changed the rogue. If we want the monk to move faster, we can change this data here. So yeah, that would be a cool ability too. Some sort of like a jogger class where his ability just makes him move faster. So it's just like a easy getaway kind of move, something like that, or maybe some sort of move like that just boosts your maximum move speed. Maybe when he gets low on health, something like that. Could be cool. Yeah. So overall, that's the game. I don't have any like skills or anything built in. I probably should add defense modifiers, or maybe yeah, maybe like defense modifiers, or maybe I need to specify the classes here somehow. I'm sorry, the skills here somehow. But the upside of this is that it should be possible to make it so that like you could make your own classes, just because these are, you know, this is the actual class definition. So like if I get it right, then you can make your own class just by saying, I want them to look like this, I want them to have this much health, I want them to have, you know, these skills, and I want them to have, you know, this move speed, and that's basically it. And that would, you know, allow you to kind of make your own classes, and even if you use a sprite, you can, well, yeah, you can even just design your own sprites and put them in the directory, and create a JSON file that points to it, and that would be enough. So anyway, yeah, it's like customizing a character should be doable, and I think that would be kind of a lot of fun as well. The way that I made the game characters, they have a brain, which is basically like what determines if it's a player, what determines if it's an artificial intelligence, if they're hostile, you know, different things like that. So what this means is basically, I should, where is the world? I should be able to say I want to play a spider by just saying it's a spider. Yeah, and now I'm a spider. Yeah, with all the skills, you know, with all the abilities or the weapons of a normal spider. So that's level 1 spider, yeah. So that actually works pretty well. The spiders don't attack me because I am a spider. I'm no longer human. Spiders are only violent, I guess you could say, against humans. Which, you know, monk, warrior, and rogue are humans. So that's what determines that. Actually, let me check something. I want to see where exactly do I say if it's human or not? Or do I say it in the characters JSON? I do. Okay, tags human. Yeah. So these are defined as humans. So spiders will naturally basically fight against them because they don't like humans, but they won't fight against each other. Now, if I were to say that a spider was a human as well, then that should mean that they basically will come after me or each other. I guess not. Let's see. What if I wasn't a human? They're attacking themselves. Okay, they're attacking themselves. That's what's going on. Okay. Well, at least it's working though. At least it's working. So let's do that. Let's do a bug fix real quick on that. Yeah, we'll right here. If it's basically this and character is not equal to ab dot character. Okay, so this should make it so that they don't attack each other anymore, themselves anymore. So now spiders should basically want to fight spiders as well. Yeah, it's working. It ain't perfect. There's bugs here and there, but yeah, spider has been defeated. They're fighting each other. You've done well. So so that's cool. Yeah, so basically that's the game. It's gonna be pretty cool, I think. I think there's a lot of room for cool designs and cool interactions and interesting mechanics. Something that I forgot to mention, that I might as well mention in this video. I was gonna space this out across multiple videos. I guess there's no reason to. I'm already talking about it. So basically, the pathfinding for the enemies, it works by erasing the cost of the spider, the cell the spider an enemy is on or a character is on when they do pathfinding, which means that basically other characters that try to pathfind won't take that path. That means that you have nice little emergent behavior kind of moments where like a spider will go around or come at you from a different angle, because the other side of things is blocked, which is really cool. Because that means that, you know, they're trying to flank you essentially. And so yeah, like this. Okay, if I'm here, see, this guy's coming around from the top and this guy's coming around from the bottom. So that's cool, because it's like, that means that, you know, you really can't afford to be surrounded, and you can't really easily cheese enemies by just like standing and getting them in a hallway, because they're not just going to stack up. They're going to go around like that guy did. And as I'm coming out, there's a couple guys coming to meet me. I mean, like, you know, it's really cool. It's really cool that it's not just as easy as really it could be. And yeah, there's a lot of possibility and room for improvement, but there's also a lot of room for potential here. Let's see. Apart from that, that's basically what I have so far. I have I mean, you can see it. You've been seeing this. You've been seeing it this entire time. But I have a message log at the top of the screen, which is cool. So basically, it tells you which, you know, enemies are doing what. It might be good to. It might be good to. What's the word? It might be good to Oh, differentiate between enemies. So like, oh, what? Why are they doing that? What's he doing? Why are they attacking each other? What? Why did they attack each other? Whoa, that's strange. Okay, I gotta check that out. What? I gotta check that out right there. But yeah, the overall game is working pretty interestingly. Definitely gotta work on that bug there. But overall, there's still a lot of room for improvement, a lot of room for potential. I'm a fan of the way that this is shaping up. I'm gonna have some music on lock, of course. Naturally, I always have music on lock for my games. I gotta have some jamming beats. But yeah, it's gonna be, I think, a lot of fun. So I guess we'll stop the devlog video here. Thank you very much for watching this first devlog video for Eversearch, or this action roguelike game I'm working on. And yeah, I hope you have fun and examine my channel. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, you have a wonderful day. See ya.